Did we lose them?
I think we both know the answer to that. Capital ships per group. And in about 90 seconds, they'll be all over us.
Well, that's it then. Bring the ship back up to Combat Alert Alpha. I want everyone at their stations.
Everyone, sir?
Everyone. And Cortana.
Hmm?
Let's give our old friends a warm welcome.
I've already begun.
Attention, all combat personnel. Please report to your action station. Fifth platoon, secure airlocks on deck 11. 14th platoon, rendezvous with 22nd Tactical at Bulkhead Charlie 14.
You heard the lady. Move like you got a purpose.
This is not a drill. I repeat, this is not a drill.
Once again, it is our job to finish what the flyboys started. We are leaving this ship platoon and engaging the
Lolicons.
solid ground. When we meet the enemy, we will rip their skulls from their spines and toss them away, laughing. Am I right, Marines? Sir, yes, sir. Damn right I am. Now move it out. Double time.
Attention all personnel. We are re-engaging the enemy. External and internal contact imminent.
All you greenhorns who wanted to see
Lolicons.
close, this is gonna be your lucky day.
Alright, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? We're back again with another YouTube video. So recently I made a video that seemed to not do very well. It got a lot of dislikes, and it seems like the comments were heavily against my opinion on a certain topic. I've been doing YouTube for about a year and a half now, covering a range of different topics from Alizuki, who's a massive zoophile, to EDP, which you guys all know who he is, to someone like Just Gooby, who's not well known. So I've covered a lot of range of different topics, and in this recent topic, I got a lot of hate for it, which is crazy, and a lot of people are going to say, Plubius, what did you talk about? We can't watch all your videos. What are you going on about? Did you say that you like The Last of Us 2? Did you say that Moist Critical is an awful content creator? Did you say that you enjoy SS Sniper Wolf's content? No, I said something so controversial as in Lolicon is bad and people who defend it are bad too. Yes, that's what I said. I also brought up a clip from Destiny defending Lolicon, and people are going to say, no, we watched the clip, Cameron, you're lying to us. You know, he didn't defend it, even though in the first 10 seconds he literally says it's just cartoons, who gives a fuck.
I am gonna drop one. I don't really give a fuck. People that obsess over like people that watch Lolicon, I don't know, who the fuck cares? They're fucking cartoons, bro. Who cares?
That is literally defending it and downplaying the serious nature of this topic. And then he also goes on a 5-minute rant about projecting, how if people call you out and say all this stuff, they're clearly projecting. And people are saying that that wasn't in correlation, even though he went to that rant directly after, implying that people who are against people who watch Lolicon are projecting. And this heavily shown in my comment section, where people were calling me a pedophile and calling me and saying that I'm projecting with no evidence. And that's a big reason why I disabled that comment section. A lot of people were calling me a little bitch or a pussy. I'm not going to sit there and let people call me a pedophile. I think that is extremely fucked up. You know what I mean? You guys saw what happened recently with Inquisitor. You guys saw what happened when he was getting called it. So I do not take that word lightly. And people are going to say, you're a hypocrite. You're calling people who like Lolicon pedophiles. Because they are. And I'm going to get into that. Also bringing up, another reason why I disabled my previous comment section as well is because there was a specific comment of someone pretty much saying how they were sexually assaulted as a kid. And Lolicon, and knowing that people defend it, gives them PTSD. And it makes them very uncomfortable. And there was a bunch of people who are replying to that comment. And I expected it to be positive. And I remember I'm on the fucking internet going against people who are open pedophiles, and so I went into the comment section and everyone was just downplaying her, saying that she's a big fucking crybaby and blah 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 blah. So I disabled the comment section because it goes far beyond entertainment at that point. But that being said, this comment section is going to be open because I want to see how many people are completely comfortable with outing themselves off as pedophiles. You know what I mean? I really want to see how many people are willing to show their real colors and prove to me how deplorable and disgusting these people are. So yeah, this will be interesting. That being said, let's actually get into the topic at hand, which is the lolicon topic in general. So if you guys don't know what lolicon even is, because I feel like some people are unaware of this actual subsection of creeps and pedophiles, basically the way Urban Dictionary defines it is: noun, any adult who feels sexual attraction to specifically fictional depictions of characters whose body proportions closely resemble that of a child, regardless of canonical assigned age. So basically, to break it down, it is basically animated CP. It's animated pictures and videos of children being sexually exploited. Now, I understand a lot of you people actually have a brain out there and can see how this is a big issue. So I'm going to go into the major debates that they have and the huge issues. The first debate is, as you guys heard in the description of what I just read, is they will say that it's it's a cartoon and it's not like they don't have an age. They're a 900-year-old guys. They're a 900-year-old priest, a 900-year-old dragon princess. They look like a child. They act like a child. Therefore, they are a child. I don't give a fuck about age in that concept because it's like they're a child. You know what I mean? Don't tell me that there's been living for 600 years and blah, blah, blah. Yet on screen, they act like a child. So shut the fuck up. I hate that argument so much. It's like, actually, us watching it is completely fine because it's their body type. It's what they look like, how they act. If they look like a child and act like a child, they're depicted as a child. You can't hide behind age saying, actually, all these characters are 18 plus. No, the fuck they aren't. It's clear to tell that they aren't. So that's a big argument you guys will see definitely in this comment section, 100%. It's like their default. It's like they're all a bunch of NPCs who only have a set amount of default responses they can give. It's either, no, you're a pedophile, no, you're projecting, no, these are not actual children, and they're just cartoons. And speaking of that, just cartoon argument is so annoying. They're just cartoon guys. They're not hurting real life kids. They're just cartoons. I'm perfectly fine if people are jerking off to cartoons of children in sexually explicit matters and not real children. How about we just cut it off at the source? How about we stop giving these pedophiles an outing to make themselves feel a little bit better about their nasty fetishes? You know what I mean? This shouldn't be an outing. If you are attracted to children and you're into lolicon for the sake of the fact that it is a child, you need to go get mental help. There's nothing else I can say about it. You need to go and actually get diagnosed and helped. You know what I mean? And a lot of people are saying there's no evidence that this actually causes harm to real life children, even though in my previous comment section there was a clear case of someone who was affected by this genre, and I'm assuming a lot of parents and a lot of people are disturbed and find this genre really creepy. You know what I mean? So yes, it does affect people, but whatever. We can keep playing Make Believe Land, where you guys can sit there and sit there and try to defend your nasty stuff. Another huge argument I see all the time, especially towards content creators and other people calling them out, is why don't you guys put this amount of energy towards saving real life kids? Why don't you guys focus on real kids who are real and not actually being affected? Why are you guys going after these guys who are just fantasizing about it and just drawing pictures, lines on a screen? First of all, you can do both. And then they're going to come at you and say, that's not a valid argument. Neither is your argument. You can do both. I don't know if you guys know my channel, but I have covered real life predators and predators who go after like real children. I have been talking to real life victims like Kayla Hoskins. I give a shit about children and their safety. So you can't hit me with that argument. That might work in your little fantasy world, but it doesn't work in the real life world. All right, that just doesn't work in this situation. You know, I give a shit about real life kids and I can cover both. It's my fucking channel. If I want to go after a predator going after children, I will, and I do. And if I want to go after a scummy, disgusting group of people who try to modernize and normalize sexually explicit images of children, even though they're imagery, I'm going to go after you too. You know what I mean? Stop being little crybabies. Know that people are going to go after you and you can't hide behind it anymore. Now, that being said, also another huge argument I hear, and this argument is everywhere, is, oh, why does everyone normalize murder and violence in video game and then lolicon is bad? You know what I mean? Just because you play violent video games, that doesn't make you a violent person. Just like how if I consume lolicon, that doesn't make me a pedophile, or I'm going to do it in real life. Let's take a second to actually look at the definition of what a pedophile is. Pedophilia on the wiki page is a psychiatric disorder in which an adult or older adolescent experiences a primary or exclusive sexual attraction to prepubescent children. Although girls typically begin with the process of puberty at age 10 or 11, and boys at age 11 or 12, psychiatric diagnosed criteria for pedophilia extends the cutoff point for prepubescent to age 13. Right? So that's the definition of pedophile. Now let's look at the definition of what their main argument is murder, violence, right? So let's look at the definition of what murder. The unlawful, premeditated killing of one human being by another. The clear difference between these two is pedophilia goes beyond fiction and non-fiction, okay? If you're attracted to prepubescent children, you are a pedophile, whether they're real or not. Murder and violence, you know what I mean? It doesn't extend beyond fiction when it comes to video games. You know, like for instance, right now I'm playing Call of Duty, right? That's probably going to be the gameplay. Because I'm playing Call of Duty, does that mean I want to do it in real life? Absolutely not. But if you're watching Lolicon and you're consuming that stuff, you can go watch hentai, you can watch any of this stuff, but you decide to go watch Lolicon for the sake that it is a depiction of a child in those animes and whatever, those hentais or whatever, then you are a pedophile. We're not sitting here arguing about if real life victims are going to be harmed or whatever. We're arguing about the fact that pedophilia does not extend in the same concept as crime when it comes to fiction and non-fiction. You know what I mean? And on top of that, a big argument I see with killing and stuff like that is saying, oh, Cameron, you're playing Call of Duty right now. You're killing people. They're avidly trying to kill me. And even if that wasn't the case in this situation and it was saying Call of Duty or whatever, again, that is a whole different argument. You can't sit there and try to keep making these arguments because it just doesn't make sense. If you watch Lolicon, you are a pedophile. If you enjoy playing GTA and stuff, that is fine because that is all fiction and it doesn't extend beyond the fiction. However, if you're into Lolicon, that extends beyond the Lolicon because you are watching that for the sake of being, attracted to children. That makes you a fucking pedophile. And there's a reason why it's such a disgusting and debated topic because, you know what I mean? They just can't accept that reality and they have to pull every fucking string imaginable. But yeah, anyways, so that's pretty much my video. I think it's absolutely deplorable. And again, this video is most likely going to get disliked massively because for whatever reason, these lolicons like to out themselves publicly. So if you guys see this video being absolutely disliked, just know that it's from people who cannot understand criticism and cannot accept the fact that I am calling their bullshit out, and they're going to come up with every excuse under the book, and I just can't wait to see it. If you guys like this video, leave a like, subscribe. The war is going to continue. I just want to see how many people are going to get outed out in the comments. But anyways, I'll see you guys in the next one.
Counting sheep, but there's one I always miss.